WWE keeps finding ways to somehow get more and more boring by the week. Somehow. Every week you think, nah, surely it can't get worse than this. Surely it can't get more boring than this. But every week they surprise you. So we shouldn't be surprised that it keeps getting more boring and boring and boring and worse and worse and worse. I don't know why I do this to myself. Why do we do this? It's awful. It's so bad. We know it's going to be bad. But we still watch it. Why do we do it? Do we just love punishment? Do we love boring ourselves into pure depression? Because there's no other reasoning. Why do I sit here every Monday night and put myself through something that I know is going to be beyond boring? Something that I know is going to be the same thing that I saw the previous week. Start the show with a promo, end the show with a main event, which ends in a DQ, which ends with people coming out. I want to know how many Raws in a row now we've had a match, main event, that ends in a DQ that has about 5 different people come out at the end and ends in a brawl. How many shows, for Raw especially, end like that? Every single one of them. And it's the same people every single time. Right? As soon as you see what the main event is. LA Knight versus Braun Breaker. As soon as that is announced as the main event, we all knew what was going to happen. We saw CM Punk was there. We saw Roman Reigns was there. We knew Seth was there. We know everyone is going to come out. It's going to end in a brawl. It's going to end in a DQ. We don't just come up with this in our heads. We know it's going to happen because we've saw it for the 5 previous weeks. How about, Triple H, you get creative? You've set up a fatal 4-way for Clash in Paris, right? Okay, so that's lazy booking as it is. Throwing 4 people in there is lazy booking as it is. Okay, so that's lazy. And then the build up to it is just the same thing every week. Have them brawl, have them beat each other up, have one come out, then the other come out, then the other come out, then the other comes out. Brawl to end the show every week. How about you put a bit of creativity into it? There's a wild concept. There's a word that Triple H doesn't know exists. There's something that is the bare minimum. Putting a bit of creativity into it. It's your world title match for Clash in Paris. And you have the same thing happen every week. Go out there, then you go out there, then you go out there, and in a brawl. How about you switch it up? How about you have some creativity? How about you add some entertainment? Put some, effort into these shows. It's awful. It's horrendous. It is absolutely boring. Now you can say about the crowd, Raw last night was in my neck of the woods, and you can easily say about Dublin as well, the crowd hijacked it, the crowd were too loud. The show is genuinely beyond boring. If there is a word to describe a word bigger than boring, it's that. There isn't a word to describe how boring these shows are. So do you blame these crowds for wanting to get their money's worth, because it is a lot of money, and actually have fun? Chant. Because there's nothing else to chant for during the night. The shows are boring. They have to chant for something, even if they have to entertain themselves, because the show isn't entertaining them. So if they have to entertain themselves, go ahead. It's beyond boring. It's so bad. The show... Let's get straight to it. I'm not going to go over everything that happened, because you don't want me to go over everything that happened. Trust me, you don't. Show starts with Roman Reigns. Finally, we get to hear the guy speak. For weeks, they've just had him come out at 30 seconds at the end of the show. Finally, we actually get to hear the guy speak. He goes out there and he's talking about, I don't have the title. I don't have the bloodline. I don't have the wise man. Right? And then Paul Heyman comes out there and just says the same shite he says every single week. Paul Heyman's booking has led me to not care about what he's saying. I care for years. For years, I've been invested in every Paul Heyman promo because he finds a way to make you invested in every word he spits out because he's that good at what he does. But in 2025, he's out there saying the same thing every week. He introduces whoever he's with, whether he's with Seth, Bronson Reed, Bron Breakker, all of them, or one of them. He introduces them for about fucking 2 minutes. And then just says to Roman Reigns the same thing as he said a few weeks ago. When was the last time Roman Reigns spoke? The same thing pretty much. But at least we got Roman Reigns to speak, right? He mentioned Cody Rhodes and got loud boos from the crowd when he mentioned Cody Rhodes. So, I don't know what they do with Cody Rhodes. Is that part of the reason they're keeping him off? Because there's no reason to keep Cody Rhodes off of TV right now. You just put the title on him, and then you give him a holiday. Then you give him time off. Then you give him a vacation. After putting the title on him. That is very backwards. That is back to front. Is part of that because they know he's going to get booed? Potentially. But it's the way you've booked him. Book him better. And there you go, mate. Don't put him in suits. Don't have him speak like a politician, and maybe he won't be so easy to boo. Maybe. Oh, this company, bro. This company is just so annoying. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. It is nearly 3 a.m. in the morning right now. I watched Raw hours ago. I've had a couple of hours to just kind of take my mind off of it, right? I've been a little bit busy. And now I'm having to go back over it again. And I don't want to. I want to smash my head into this microphone because I don't want to do this right now. And then Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns end up in a brawl. Because that is the only thing Triple H knows how to do. If he has two people involved in a feud, he's not going to put effort into it. He's not going to put creativity into it. He's going to have them beat each other up and that's it. It's going to end in a brawl. The next week it's going to be a brawl. The week after that it's going to be a brawl because that's the limit of his creativity. That is him being his most creative. He doesn't know how to put effort into a storyline or do anything else other than a brawl. That's all he can do. That's all he knows how to do. Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, brawl. 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 Fair enough, mate. If that's what you want to give us, fine. But we ain't going to be invested in it. Then we get Dragon Lee versus JD. Do you want me to sit here? Do you want me to sit here and go over a Dragon Lee versus JD match? Genuinely. Because I'm not going to. I'm very sorry to... If your answer to that was yes, for whatever reason, I'm very sorry to break it to you, but I'm not doing it. AJ was out there. Dominic Mysterio was out there. They set up a match for next week on Raw. Dominic versus AJ Styles, because why put a title match on the PLE that is 2 nights before? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Although it's a rematch, so I don't want to see on Clash in Paris, and I don't want to see on Raw. It's a rematch, and a rematch that I don't care about because they haven't given me a reason to care about it. Then we get Kofi Kingston versus Penta. Kofi fucking Kingston versus Penta. Why am I doing this? Why am I watching this in 2025? Why am I watching a pointless Kofi Kingston versus Penta match? I like both of these. If this match was on a good show, if the rest of the show was really good, entertaining, I would have no problem with this. But you throw this match on an already boring as fuck show, it's going to make it even more boring. Something I don't care about. I'm not going over it. We get an Io Rhea backstage segment. So the whole thing, it's like they're a couple that's just broken up, right? Because Io is going to Rhea. Oh, I think it's best we stay separate. I think it's best we go our separate ways because of Asuka and Kairi Sane. I think it's best we go our separate ways. But let's have a hug. Oh, how cute, how wholesome. What are we doing? How long has Io Sky been involved with Rhea Ripley? It feels like for the past 2 years, her entire career has been revolved around Rhea Ripley. Is that not... I don't think I'm exaggerating there, right? It feels like the past couple of years of Io Sky's career on the main roster as being only about Rhea Ripley. Her entire title reign was about Rhea Ripley. Before she got the title, it was about Rhea Ripley. Her entire title reign, she only defended the title against Rhea Ripley. Do you know that? WrestleMania, it was a triple threat with Bianca, but Rhea Ripley was in there as well. So she only defended the title in matches that involved Rhea Ripley. And now, after she's lost the title, she's doing a little best friend. Let's stay separate because Asuka's not happy with us. But I'll come and save you later in the night because you're that much of a friend to me. You're feuding for months. I know you're best friends. Separate these two. Io's past couple of years has been only about Rhea Ripley. Put them in something new. Put them in something creative. And Asuka, and especially Asuka. Kairi Sane looks like an idiot, but especially Asuka. Asuka should be doing her own thing. Going for titles. Being involved in main events. Storylines. Not just, I want Io to be my friend. She's not your friend. She's my friend. Like some fucking... school, like when you're 5 years old and your best friend, you get jealous when your friend's hanging out with someone else, right? That's kid stuff. Kids do that. Not Asuka, someone we're supposed to believe is dominant, and Kairi Sane and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, some 4 people were supposed to believe that can beat anyone up, dominant. But they're involved in a little, she's my friend, not yours. Stay away from her, she's my friend. I help her, she helps you, she don't help. Just infuriating what they're doing to someone like Asuka. For no reason. And then we get Rhea versus Roxanne Perez, which Rhea Ripley wins. So Roxanne Perez just loses a random, pointless, meaningless match on a random Raw in the SmackDown middle of it for no reason. No reason. We're supposed to be building up Roxanne Perez so that when Liv Morgan comes back, they have a big match, a big feud. Not a storyline, because WWE don't do storylines. They're going to brawl every week. That's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to be brawling every week with Dominic in the middle. That's exactly what's going to happen. Because Triple H does not know how to put any effort into it other than that. We're supposed to be building Roxanne Perez up, giving her W's, so that when Liv Morgan comes back, it's believable that either of them could win the feud. Right now, if Liv Morgan came back, it's very obvious that Liv Morgan would win because Roxanne Perez looks like an idiot, constantly taking L's for no reason in meaningless, pointless matches. Did Rhea Ripley really need to win that match? Rhea Ripley can't lose the match, so here's a concept. Don't make the match. Don't do it if neither can lose. Rhea Ripley just gains nothing from beating Roxanne Perez on a random Raw. Gains absolutely nothing. And Roxanne Perez loses the match and loses momentum. Loses... Just in the eyes of the audience, we can't look at her like she's equal to Liv Morgan now. Then we get Finn Balor versus AJ Styles for the 587th time. Yeah. I don't think that's much of an exaggeration either. Again, what do you want me to? Do you want me to go over this? AJ Styles pinned Finn Balor clean. Another match that neither could lose. Finn Balor is your tag team champion. He's one half of the tag team champions, and he looks like an idiot. Judgment Day looks like idiots. Roxanne Perez looks like an idiot. Finn Balor looks like an idiot. He's your tag team champion and he's losing clean. AJ Styles can't lose either. So again, the same thing I said for the previous match. Don't make the match if neither can lose. But this is Triple H's booking. He doesn't use his brain. He just throws any shit out there and just deals when it comes to it. Then we get the main event. Which is LA Knight versus Bron Breakker, which we all knew how it was going to end. Seth was going to come out, CM Punk was going to come out, Jey Uso was going to come out. And that is exactly what happened. Seth came out, then Jey came out, then Punk came out. I don't care about the order of them. Do you care? Do I care? No. They all came out as we knew it was going to happen. Again, like I said in the previous video, Groundhog Day. Living through the same thing every week. And Triple H expects us to all be like, oh yeah, this is so fun, this is so exciting, this is how... It's like any TV show. Think about your favourite TV show. It could be anything. Imagine they gave you the same thing every episode. Every episode ends the same. It would become very boring very quickly when you know what the ending of the episode is going to be. No cliffhanger. No reason for you to watch next week. No reason for you to watch the season finale, aka the PLE. No reason for you to watch any of it. It doesn't end on a cliffhanger. Every episode ends the exact same. Why would you not watch the next? Why would you watch the next episode? They give you no reason to. You shouldn't, because it's going to be the same thing. Did this entire show do anything for Clash in Paris? Did any of this do anything for Clash in Paris other than the main event, which just made which was just predictable? Did any of the... Oh, I forgot to go over Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella. Decent promo, cringe at times. Yeah, like I don't. It's late. I'm not gonna go over everything that happened. I'm not gonna go over the promo. I'm just not. That was Raw. Pathetic, boring, same thing. I wonder what we're gonna get on Raw next week. Give me strength, man. Give me strength.